Up.
I was going to say centuries, but I'm going to say the entire human race, history of just chauvinistic thinking where males can't show affection or emotion. So we have warped insulting each other into a form of affection. So we hate you, we insult you. We love you, we insult you.
Yeah.
It's all we've got.
I also think that it comes from the idea of, no, like, right, if I can say this, Doug, it's fucking not only my channel, this is my Patreon channel. People paid to listen to me here, all right? As do you.
Wait. Do I get like
and we love you,
5
big
out
old
of this? What's my contribution to the cause here?
You have a contribution.
You're bringing Trumpism.
No, I'm just saying, because I am shit and can't come up with anything better to do for my Patreons that actually put money towards it, I created a secret, super secret channel. And then after all the shit ends up going offline.
How does Doug not know this?
Doug does know this.
No,
I'm explaining to Artie.
All this after show.
Yeah, he's been to nearly every single one since I set this up, so shut your motherfucking mouth. I'm explaining from Artie. Here, I don't give a fuck about monetization, fuck your mother, and all the rest of it you can say and do and whatever. And oh man, do you want me to get out the Gideon Bible? I've got the Gideon Bible.
Well, where other content creators you will pay for the privilege of coming on and talking. With Robbie, you're paying for the privilege to listen to him.
Oh, so I'm more of an ass.
Well, that was your words.
Of your description. But anyway, I'm just saying, we're on the Patreon. We're on the Patreon.
If I do much Mexican, I can pay for that and listen to it as
This is the funny thing that I was mentioning earlier about Jim from Atheist Age. On the Patreon channel, where there's literally only 2 people watching, 3 people watching, he announced that he did gay porn to get himself through college. And then when he woke up the next morning, he went into the group chat of like 50 people and he was like, so, woke up this morning realizing that I told everybody I did gay porn to get through college. And I was like, no, you didn't. You told 4 people. Now you've told everybody.
I was one of them.
And when I mentioned it earlier in chat, and when I mentioned it earlier in the channel, sorry, in the stream when he popped in, I don't know if you've seen this bit, Artie. Jim popped into the chat and I was like, hi Jim, bip, 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 bip. And the conversation came up and I was like, no, it's not my point to say. I wouldn't want to say what this conversation that happened that he then announced himself. And in chat he went porn, and then in private chat I went, it's not porn, it was fucking gay porn. Enter. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but if anybody knows Jim, you know, Jim's not LGBTQ and out and open and all the rest of it. You know, and everybody's allowed to experiment and have fun and all the rest of it. But yeah.
Yeah, I give a fuck.
Can I just say?
I only give a shit what you fuck if it belongs to
2 people are watching. I'm one of them. Dave, are you the other?
Yeah.
Literally nobody's watching. Literally nobody's watching. Okay.
Can I just say that I support both Dave and Robbie, and it's the price of a pint a month each. And I don't do it for the extra content at the end of it. I don't do it for the blue wretched. I do it because I enjoy you guys. I enjoy what you do. And
It jumped
that's
to
why
3.
I-
Sandy's here. Sandy didn't leave. It just jumped to 3.
Hello, Sandy.
I'm not
Hey,
lying, Sandy. You
Sandy.
can look back in the video. It said 2 in the top corner. It said 2.
That's
I
just
am
'cause your
telling you-
defective YouTube thing.
I'm not lying. I'm going off evidence that can be repeated and collaborated by other people.
Well, as I say, there's many people I support. Harmonica Man, I like his music, Bardia, Jen's Little Corner, Jeff Breeze. I support a lot of them, and it's not for the extra content. I don't care about the extra content. I like what they do. I like what you guys do. And critical questions is a bit shit, but I still support it.
Oh, it would be good, but I haven't seen an episode for a long time that wasn't just an upload
Yeah,
of a piece of an episode.
You haven't watched anything live. It's just
No,
the
It's in
timing.
the middle of his night.
I think he's done like one in a month, haven't you?
it's just Dave
Tomorrow.
bouncing himself
And
off a
saying
space
that,
opera.
if I can just
Whoa,
defend Dave,
from the space opera.
if I can jump in there and defend Dave, it's not like Dave doesn't want to do any questions. Dave has this problem where he's actually called critical cripple for a reason.
Mm.
So
Because he's critical. It's because he's critical as shit.
he's fucking intense, man. 20,000 fucking. He's too busy doing Twitter to do.
Have you
fucking
seen him
quiz.
bounce on that fucking ball?
Up until it exploded, yeah.
Everyone I've started following are already followed by Dave.
I'm not even kidding when I say that when I would wake up in the morning and see him bouncing on that fucking ball.
See,
Do you have the phrase in England or Britain, I suppose, referring to someone that kicks ass as a ball buster?
Yeah.
Ball
Yes.
buster would be more someone who would give you shit. Like for talk's sake,
Yeah.
I would be going
Yeah.
down the street and saying I did the best shop ever, and Artie comes in and goes, "Well, did you buy yourself some artichokes? Did you buy yourself a pineapple?" And he would be giving me shit, busting my balls.
I'm mostly
Yeah.
described as a ball fondler.
Do you know what? Do you know
Well,
what I
well,
found?
Dave
Bluffer.
takes that to levels.
Bluffer.
Do you know what I found weird today? You're Australian, right?
Is he? I kept that one secret.
I thought he was from New Zealand.
Australia.
Fuck off, mate. I'm French.
Australia sent a criminal, Katie Hopkins, who's a criminal.
Victor
in
Park, isn't it?
Can I say something,
She
Dave?
sent-
Right?
They sent a criminal to the UK. What's that all about?
Which
Yeah.
one?
Would you do
We've
me
done
a favor,
several.
Dave,
Katie
tomorrow?
Hopkins.
Dave, would you do me a favor tomorrow? Would you watch back the reaction
What?
to the reaction to the reaction of Turf Wars, and see if everybody's going to hate me tomorrow? Because we were very.
Why?
Because we broke down the arguments. Like, have you ever watched the
Well,
Skeptic Skeletons video? He's an atheist, so that's how fucking on the note and skeptic he is. I made a joke that if you and Steve McRae had a kid and taught them about God, that would be Skeptic Skeleton. And we had, I don't want to come across as critical because, as you know, I am an ally. But
I love the idea
Twitter-
of atheism.
Twitter
I just
has
don't-
this problem where it's limited characters, so things get. I have a genuine problem with taking people and their statements that you disagree with and making fun of them and poking fun. I have a problem with that in general. I don't
You have a
like
problem with
gossip.
doing it, or you have a problem with people who do it.
No, I have a problem myself doing it. Right?
So you think that you doing that is problematic?
No, I personally don't like taking like a statement that somebody made and going, look at this statement that somebody made. They're an asshole. Let's laugh at them.
Oh, I require at least 2 statements before I do something like that.
Right.
The problem you've got is when you're
And I was
especially
clear in
with
that.
Turf Wars,
You know,
it's a very specific niche with an awful lot of baggage.
No,
Right.
I
one
think
of the
you need to
points that
say
I made
2
in the
stupid
stream
things
earlier,
before
one
I
of the
step
points that I
in.
made in the stream earlier was Katie brought up reply to her tweet about the sign behind the old lady at 80.
Yeah.
and somebody said about heckling them, right? And Phoebe jumped
what?
in. Pardon?
Someone said about what?
Someone said that you're advocating for heckling and silencing Baroness, whoever the fuck she is.
Yeah.
You remember the tweet?
Yes.
Right. This is Artie, exactly, Artie, edge of your seat. Right? This is in Speaker's Corner in London. Yes. What do you call this place?
Speaker's Corner.
It is Speaker's Corner. Yeah, Speaker's Corner in London, where it is encouraged. Not, I wouldn't go so far. It's encouraged to heckle, to get a response, to get this, and in that context, standing beside that person in Speaker's Corner, not a comedy centre, not a this, in Speaker's Corner in that context, standing beside someone with a sign.
Wait, I can't. You have to stop.
The point I'm trying to make is I'm not asking for your agreement on the stream. Phoebe agreed with me to a point. Don't call me out. It's a fucking Patreon channel. Don't
And you just get to it because I think I'm going to agree with you.
Yes. That the statement said that she was advocating for heckling, which she was.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, isn't all free speech?
I
No.
don't think that. I think the fact that, and the point, second point was that Twitter, I'll make it really quick. Twitter is very, very limited. You are not allowed to make sentences and paragraphs. This, you have to be very clean in your point, like I'm not doing. And the fact that they said silencing was not a literal statement of silencing, but more of an insinuation that if you have a giant sign behind this woman, people are going to then physically heckle her and then silence her.
If you are face to face and something you say, if you say something that someone else says, that you're trying to silence that person, and then we're face to face, that person needs to shut the fuck up, because this person still has an opportunity to speak, because I haven't walked away yet. So
Absolutely.
don't tell me I'm silencing this person, because we're on no separate footing. They're not above me or below me. We're on the same fucking ground.
Yeah.
What
The
I
point
have
I
to
was
say
trying to
is
make
no less stupid or important than what they just said.
The point
So
I was,
you need to fuck up.
the point I was trying to make is the fact that Twitter is limited to whatever amount of characters it is. You have to make your statement as clean and as blunt, which sometimes comes across as ignorant, as possible. And using a word like "I'm going to silence you" is insinuating something rather than the literal word of "get your fucking protest sign and hit Baroness over the head to shut that bitch up." That's not what they're meaning. That person, in saying that in retort to Katie, has a sign up and is meaning that the audience will then hackle and shut them down and things like that. It's more of an insinuation. And taking a Twitter statement as literal is what an awful lot of people do, which causes fucking arguments. But it's down to the limitation of characters.
Yeah,
I know they doubled it, but that was a...
Yeah, but Robbie, if I said Trump is a big, giant orange baby that wears a diaper, have I not opened myself up to criticism?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was literally taught, it's called the economy of language in college. And when Twitter went from 140 to 280 or whatever it is, my mind just went, fuck, this just got easy. Because I was used to speaking, I used to describe myself to my friends as somebody who could make jokes in the length that it takes to produce a bumper sticker. And then when I went to Twitter, I was like, oh, my ability to speak in bumper sticker just became really valuable. And then when they doubled the amount of shit that I could put on a bumper sticker, I was putting out signs all of a sudden, and it gave me an opportunity to say, well, if you've got this to say, this is why I think that's stupid, and here's the joke that I'm going to make about it, rather than just making the joke or whatever. And I have ended more conversations on Twitter by actually challenging someone in the few characters that I've got to defend what they've said, regardless of what it was or how. I feel like brevity's an excuse at this point. Well, I can't say it in this many characters. Well, I can defend what I've got to say in that many characters. So I
Can I tell you my bumper sticker joke?
Please.
Pants are optional. Masks are not.
What's funny about that?
Bada
True.
boom. Yeah, it's a bumper sticker, bro.
It's funny because it's on your car.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
for the
funnier.
fucking. It's
If it was a T-shirt, it might be kind of shit. But on your car,
sorry. Yeah. There's this whole thing at the moment on the interwebs about masks optional, and it's just it fucking shits me. It makes me so angry. That yes, I invented that bumper sticker. I'm getting it printed, and I'm going to put it on other people's car.
I'm not mad at you.
Well, that's what's happening in the
It's
UK.
definitely
at the
funnier on
moment.
a car than a shirt.
Because masks shouldn't be fucking optional, man. It's why this shit keeps coming back, and why.
See,
Anyway,
I would say your rights are just as defined as your responsibilities. But that's not a joke. That's just a declaration of fact.
But that's what's happening in the UK.
But I
at the
guess
moment.
what I'm saying is I don't care if you fucking don't put pants on, but for the love of God, put a mask on
Yeah.
your fucking face,
If you won't put pants over your bits, will you put it over your face?
please.
Please.
Dave, check your Twitter. Just won't stop.
Well, all the COVID idiots have come out of the woodwork today because the UK lifted all restrictions for masks and everything. Unfortunately, everywhere I go, people are still wearing their masks, still going to shops with masks. The COVID idiots are they're all over the internet, they're all over YouTube, they're filming people in the stores, calling them cowards, things like that. It just wear a fucking mask in the story. This thing isn't going away. We had it yesterday. It won't come out. Today's result won't come out till tomorrow. But yesterday's result was 47,599 new cases of COVID, and we are going through a big spike at the moment. And within a couple of months, we're going to be in lockdown again. The hospitals are bracing themselves for 1,000 intakes a day to start with. Obviously, that's going to get more. The hospitals are going to be overrun in the UK. We're going to go into lockdown again, all because of these pricks. We're going to have morgues on every corner, temporary morgues on the street corners again.
Did you guys know that?
Are fucking idiots.
Yeah. And useless fucking governments like ours. We have 9% of our population completely vaccinated. 9.
Jesus.
We're a developed fucking
I
country.
I live in Mike Pence's state, and we have 47%.
And it's not that no one
Hang
wants
on,
to here,
this
at
is-
least. It's that our government fucking won't pull its head out of its ass and get us some vaccines.
Oh, no, we've had sufficient vaccines to vaccinate everybody since April.
But you got to admit as well, outside of the major cities in Australia, people are literally social distance. Australia's fucking huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of places to be very easily socially distanced. That's one of the things that the United States fucked up, is that it's one thing to say that you can't go to the national monuments and shit in Washington, D.C., but it's a whole nother thing to say you can't be hiking in Yellowstone National Park, which is about the size of Belgium. We can't let you be just walking around Belgium. We're going to need you to stay outside the park.
Well, after Trump said in
Yeah,
you know, get
Yeah, we did a great job on it.
detergent intake in hospitals rose by 400%. That's an incredible statistic.
The number of suicides per capita for nurses in the United States went up something like 78% last year.
I can understand that because the suicide rates raised worldwide.
It's just because of the amount of death that
with
they suffer
lockdowns,
every day. When
things
you
like
see
that.
somebody choke to death over and over on their own blood or their own fluids.
Well, that's it. And obviously, mental health of it died because of, especially in the UK, where people couldn't be seen anymore. There was too much happening where people were going without their therapy. I had a stroke in December 2019.
Congratulations.
I went,
I survived 3 heart attacks, so I know all about getting the fuck out of the hospital.
well, I went without a lot of physio with COVID, and I missed out on a lot. So I'm basically starting again now. Managed a few steps the other day, which was pretty good for me. Well, I say it was sort of hot and dragged my left leg, but it was positive.
Yeah, I can mow my lawn if I give myself 2 days.
But yeah, a lot of people have suffered, and it's all about wearing a mask. Wear it. It's the anti-maskers that have dragged this out, and the anti-vaxxers, they just dragged it out.
I've been vaccinated since Mother's Day here, which was May 9th, May 10th.
Yeah, but don't forget, we're talking about a virus that mutates and evolves hundreds of thousands of times a day, every day. Obviously, scientists they look out for these variants.
I'm just happy to say that I'm less likely to die from it, because if I'd have gotten it before I got inoculated, there's no way I would have survived it. I have asthma and I'm a heart patient. There's no way I was surviving that shit.
Well, I've only got one lung. Because I had the stroke, I've only got one lung that actually works.
Oh, I was going to say
100%.
that. You've only one lung that works, or one lung, because that's a totally different fucking thing. Like,
one lung that works, the other one doesn't work. It works to an extent. And I've got one
You
kidney.
set the virus on that one.
Huh?
Set the virus on the bad one.
Yeah. If you're going to get it, lay on that side.
I wish I could, but obviously if I get it, I've got one lung to cope with it. And
yeah,
even though I've had both injections now.
How old are you, dog?
52.
See what happens when you turn 52?
I'm saying that to you, mate. Even though I've had both injections, you're probably younger than me. And when were you 52? When were you 52?
I turned 52 May 8th.
Well, I was 52 in January. So you're a little young.
Practically a whippersnapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a baby.
I'm just about to turn 38. I'm the youngest among you all. Rounding it up very soon. Rounding it up.
I remember kids shows that you never saw.
But anyway, if I call it, I'm done for. I really am. But the thing is, even though I've had the injections, I'm still vulnerable. People are still vulnerable. There's these variants now that bypass the injection, and it's always going to end up like a yearly flu, where people will be injected every year like a flu jab.
Exactly.
No, it won't. It won't work like that.
That won't be annual, but it will be frequent.
Once we know it won't, it will be much. It will not go like that. How it will go, tell you exactly how it will go. Once we get a reasonable amount of the world vaccinated with the current vaccination, we will spend another 12 months developing a vaccination for the variants, and then there will be another jab, and then there might be another one after that. We will eradicate this. It doesn't evolve fast enough.
There'll be new variants then.
No, the new variants. There won't be.
It's going to be smallpox. We still have new vaccines for smallpox.
Yeah, but we're going to eradicate. We are going to effectively eradicate COVID. We're going to be vaccinated for 2 or 3 years. Once the population gets small, once the sick population gets small enough, it stops. The variants stop coming. So then the vaccines are more effective.
they haven't eradicated SARS on Mars.
Yeah.
Or MERS.
Yeah, but they haven't tried.
Yes, they.
No,
The
not
reason
not.
we are where we are is because they've tried.
Yes, no, but my point is they haven't tried in the same sense because there hasn't been the mass vaccination. There's always
there
been.
hasn't been a single version of it that they could focus on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, if everyone wants to just finish up what they're saying, because I can't, I'm not streaming through StreamYard, so you can't continue. And
Well, I want to go to bed. It's 2
Thanks
o'clock.
for having me on, Bobby. That's all I want to say. Thanks for having me on. It was great. It was fun.
Doug, as always, get headphones.
Until Dave turned up.
Doug, pleasure. Rob, pleasure. Dave, pleasure. Pleasure.
Always, Artie, I'm going to knock you up on my poke when having fun list.
When you need somebody just to convince you that you could be more depressed than you are, call Artie.
Right now, couldn't be. Not possible.
Call Artie.
Today, the reason I had the stream started as a wonderful thing, and now it's going to end on... Yep. So...
let's talk about my herpes.
Here's to everybody. Thank you for coming. It's been wonderful for all of the me and Dave watching. I don't even know why I hit the wrong button.
I was 23. It was
good.
It was a lot of years ago.
Right. Let's see if we can do that fancy thing again.
Eventually, it kind of goes away, but it's the gift that keeps on giving, Clark. It's the thing that reminds you that you used to have sex.
Long time ago.
That's the beauty of herpes. Herpes reminds you that you used to be able to just pick somebody up at a bar and have unprotected sex with them.
Artemis, you're right daft cunt, mate.
As I said, the man is messed up, but worth having. On that note, thank you everybody for coming. I'd appreciate if all the Patreons,
That's a fucking t-shirt.
All the people shut the fuck up in the panel while this plays. So we'll do that. Thanks everybody for coming.
Cheers, mate. Bye, mate.